Hey everybody, this is Captain Yeet here with you for another SheRa and the Princess of Power episode review. This is going to be season 5, episode 7, titled Perils of Peekaboo. So let's get into it. So this episode starts off with Adora, Glimmer, Bo, Catra, and they're all sitting down watching Adora trying to focus on becoming SheRa. Because the last two times he became SheRa without the sword, just sort of like pure magic inside of her, it was kind of a emotional, angry state. Sort of just on the fly she hasn't really turned to SheRa just basically. She doesn't really know how to do that. It's been more, like I said, emotional, just on the fly, adrenaline happening. So she's trying to focus, but things keep distracting her. One, Glimmer and Bow. Two, Catra, because she just like sits on her lap. But then eventually everybody gets quiet, and she starts to focus, and she starts glowing. But then Traptor comes in and yells and distracts her. And Traptor says they're less than a day away from Etheria, and she's trying to get a good signal on her temp pad thing so they can send a message to Etheria, and so Etheria can send a message to them to see what's going on, so they can compare notes about how to take down Horde Prime. Glimmer's really happy because, well, she found out her dad is actually still alive when she was on Horde Prime spaceship. So obviously she's really excited to go back to Etheria to see her dad. And Catra, she's not really too hype about going back after everything she did, specifically to like Scorpia, but she is a little happy to go back. And also on the wonder what's going on Etheria. And then we cut over to Seahawks for Mr. Scorpia and Perfuma, and they're all looking fresh. My boys. They're all looking fresh in tuxes and dresses. And Seahawk is really excited because he goes, they're finna go on an underwater secret party adventure. And then we cut to the opening. They're looking nice. I really like this episode because one, what they're wearing, and two, what happens in the episode. It's just so cool. I mean, if I was in this world, part of me would want to go on the door mission to go to space and to fight Horde Prime a little bit. But then the other part of me was like, well, if I do that, then I can't be in this episode. Oh, I forgot this was my pick. I forgot it was in my hair. I can't be in this episode wearing the night stuff, doing this one mission. So I don't know unless they do this beforehand, but heck whatever. So after the opening, we got back to this group and they're talking about what their plan is. So right now, obviously, Adora and her crew aren't back from space yet. So we need to send them a message, and we also need to figure out where exactly they are. So they found out about this elusive guy named Prince Peekaboo. He is a hermit, but he's always sighted at this enchanted grotto underwater soiree. So sorry, sorry. I don't know what that is, but it's basically like an underwater party at this enchanted place, and a bunch of criminals and underworld people go there all the time. So obviously they can't really go there as themselves. That's why they're wearing disguises, these suits and tux, and they have undercover aliases. That's what they're doing. I don't know what that is, but yeah, that's what's going on. And Prince Peekaboo specifically, he has the power of foresight. He can see through the They said, well, it's kind of crazy. They said that he could see from like the vast edge of the universe. So that means he could be able to see where a door is and send her a message. That's kind of wild. I do remember why they're trying to get Peekaboo, but I thought they were trying to get Peekaboo at just like this one shot. I thought they were trying to get Peekaboo because he could grant wishes. I don't know why I thought that because like I said, when season 5 first came out, my cousin who introduced me to this, he came over. We watched episode 1 all the way to episode 7. And then he had to go because then he had like go to work or something. And then it was like a month break because I stopped watching it. And then I watched the rest of the episodes one day. But I thought it was a wish. I thought he could grant any wish you wanted. I don't know why I thought that. I guess I was thinking of something else, but I thought it was a wish. So that's the plan that they're doing right now. And it was kind of funny because before they even started talking, um, Scorpia, she goes, "Okay, now it's not like I don't understand the plan, but I don't understand the plan. So what are we doing?" And then they say, "Well, I just told you." So after they say that, Perfuma gets a little mad because apparently she tried to get Prince Peekaboo to come to one of her drum circles, but he never RSP3P, and so she didn't know how many drums to bring. And then, then Mamista, she tells everybody what that secret alias is. Scorpia is going to be Lady Durant. She is a farmer with like 6 kids. And then Perfuma, her name is Terra. She's a blacksmith. And Perfuma is like really excited about this. He goes, if I'm a blacksmith, can I have a secret twin? And can I also be evil and do underwater crime stuff? My missus like, I guess, but keep it simple. We don't want to be too confused like what our cover stories are. We never get the aliases from a Mista and Seahawk. We only get Scorpius and Perfuma. So I wonder what theirs were. Maybe the creators so like said them out somewhere like on the wiki or something. But yeah, we they never specifically say what their alias are because we cut to like the next scene. So yeah, it was kind of confusing. Perfuma, like I said, was really excited about this. Scorpia was really nervous because, well, she's not really good at lying, and the whole point of this mission, well, is to lie and go underwater around criminals and underwater brokers. So she's a little bit nervous, but they assure her that everything's going to be fine. They're going to be with her, so let's do this. And then we cut back over to the rebellion's camp. We see Spinnerella walk over to Natasha, and she keeps looking at her neck. Remember last episode, she got chipped from one of the people at Elberon, which I was so confused about because when Entrapta took the chip off of Catra, she said that parts of the wires and stuff were connected to Catra's nervous system. So I was thinking, oh, that'd be like a whole surgery thing. But based on what happened last episode, I guess they can just grab a chip and just, smack it, smack it on your neck, and I guess it would just burrow into your skin and stuff. That's what I'm guessing, because I would assume that'd be a whole surgery to connect it to your nervous system. But if you can just snap it on your neck, I guess it does it itself. Okay, I guess that's pretty efficient, I guess. But obviously, Natasha, she has like this thing around her neck, so she can't really just slap it on her neck. And then she walks away after they talk for a little bit. Natasha's talking to Swiftwind, and she goes, "Hey, does Spinnerella seem kind of off to you lately?" He goes, "Yes, he doesn't seem like she's feeling anything." And then Natasha's like, "Wait a second. It's our anniversary. How could I forget?" No wonder she's mad at me. I gotta figure out to do something for our anniversary. So she runs off. We cut back over to Seahawks group and they walk over to like the entrance and he gives the bouncer a secret message and he lets him in through a broom closet. Obviously everybody's kind of confused, like, why are we in a broom closet? Why are we in here? He goes, "Oh no, this isn't a soiree." There we go. I said it right. Soiree. Soiree. Yeah, there we go. This isn't a soiree. This is the soiree. He finds like a random lever off to the side, pulls it, and it turns out the broom closet is an elevator, and it goes all the way down, and the in the underwater, well, crime syndicate type of place. As soon as he gets there, the master's like, okay, everybody here is cold blooded and will kill us without an instinct. So everybody split up, get some information, find out what Prince Peekaboo is, and grab him for some information and try to make him come on our side. Okay. Fourth one is like really that's fourth one. Seahawk. He's really excited for this, but then he freaks out because well, there's a dude over there that he kind of messed up their relationship, so it might blow his cover. So my mentor's like, okay, I guess we'll handle him and then we'll leave. But Seahawk doesn't really want to, so he grabs my mister and goes, okay, let's mingle over there. I don't know why. Perfuma is really getting into character. Like she's so excited to do this. I'm guessing because she's always like the goody goody two shoe girl, but she's as you see, like she is really excited to do this. She goes, "Okay, it's game time. So let's do this. I'll go over here, mingle, and Scorpia, you go over there, mingle. Let's get some information." And then they split up. Obviously, Scorpia's a little bit nervous, but I mean they split up, so now she has to do it. It makes you think like if if Perfuma had like a normal life, because she was just so easy to do this. You wouldn't think she'd be so easy to do this kind of stuff. So she walks over with Perfuma, she starts to mingle with some people, and she does it really well, like I said. And then we cut over to Seahawk and Mamitza, and they go behind the bar and tie up the guy that was looking at Seahawk that was angry at him. And the reason why he was angry at him was because he set his boat on fire. Obviously, classic Seahawk. And so they tie him up and gag him. And Mamitza's like, okay, is that everybody that hates you at this party? So now we can like go around and mingle? And he goes, yeah, yeah, of course. Then another guy walks up, so they have to fight him. Then we cut over to Scorpio walking around, trying to mingle, but like I said, he's not too good at this. He tries to talk to some people, they get weeded out, and they walk away. And then we cut over to Perfuma, and she is a natural talking to people, making them laugh, telling them funny stories about her crime days and stuff. Like she is a natural at this. And she notices that Scorpio isn't doing so hot over there. So she goes over and tries to talk to her. Then we cut over back over to my Mister and Seahawk, and well, they have to fight off like four more people that hate Seahawk that's at this party. So yeah, that's not going too smoothly for them, but they're fighting them and tying them up. And then when we cut over to Mr. I mean, not Mr. Scorpion and Perfuma talking to each other, we get to see, I forgot his name, but it was the episode when Swiftwind, Seahawk, and Bo, they went on a boys' night out, and that one guy that used to know Seahawk like captured him. He's at this party, and while Scorpia and Perfuma are talking, we see them fight him in the background. But Mista puts like a water bubble around him so he can like choke, and they just grab him and throw him. I thought that was kind of funny. And it's in Perfuma's eye view. He obviously Scorpio doesn't see this, but Perfuma can, but he doesn't say anything. I guess hey, I mean, it's whatever. I guess they're doing what they got to do. But see, he's just walking, and then they grab him and yank him to the side. So, that was kind of funny. So all the talking, obviously Scorpion's like, I'm so bad at this, I can't really do anything. I'm like, nah, don't say that. That's just the horde talking. They put all that self doubt inside of you. What do you like to do? So he goes, well, I like to sing. People say I'm bad at it. Well, not specifically people, specifically catcher. And I'm not good at it anyway. Perfume was like, what? You shouldn't do things because you're good at them. You should do things because you like to do them. She goes, come on, come here. And they start to dance. She goes, say this with me. I can do this. I can do this. The Scorpion says, Perfuma can do this. She goes, what? No, 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 no. Say, you. You, Scorpion. She goes, okay, I can do this. I can find Prince Peekaboo. And she just yelled it out loud, but I guess nobody hears this. Nobody hears it. And as soon as she says that, boom, Prince Peekaboo comes up on stage. Okay. And this is what he looks like. I guess I probably should have kept the towel off, huh? This is what Prince Peekaboo looks like. He has a pretty cool design. Anyway, he just welcomes everybody to the party. He says that his assistant is going to play the piano for a little while, and maybe later on he might give some people some foresight. So I guess we'll see. And he goes backstage. So Perfuma goes, okay, I'm gonna go get my Mr. Seahawk so we can go get Peekaboo. You make sure not to keep your eyes off him. He goes backstage, so Scorpio tries to go backstage, and then we cut over to what's her name? Natasha. I want to forget her name. We cut over to Natasha, and she sees Spinnerella talking to somebody else in the rebellion camp, and she notices that she got chipped. Her eyes are glowing green, and also this other person. So she needs to do something and do something fast. She's trying to chip everybody in the rebellion champ in the rebellion camp. We got back over to Mr. and Seahawk, and they're behind the bar, and they got like 5+ people tied up. And me and Mr. like, okay, is that everybody that hates you? Seahawk's like, yes, that is everybody. Now we can get up and mingle. So when Mr. gets up, and she jumps right back down. She gets freaked out. Seahawk's like, hey, what's going on? What's the matter? She goes, there's somebody here that kind of hates me. Why? What did you do? She goes, I kind of, sort of, set their boat on fire. She always like, what? She puts her mouth, puts her hand over his mouth, and she goes, look, just don't, say anything, but I don't want to see how it feels like. You're always setting people's boats on fire. I don't want to see how it feels. And Seahawk, he's just goo goo gaga. He starts to get hearts in his eyes, saying that Mamista's is everything that he ever wanted. I thought that was really sweet. It was also so funny to me because one, I was loving this episode so much because of what they're wearing, and two, it was just Ramista. Like she was spazzing at Seahawk this whole episode, not to mess this up. And she always yells at him for setting boats on fire. And he's the one to see, and she actually did it to somebody. We don't get to see the person that she did it to, but she said it and she's freaking out. So I guess she actually did it. So that's just so funny to me. Anyway, I don't know why, but obviously Perfuma told we told over to Scorpio. Perfuma told Scorpio to keep an eye on Peekaboo. So she sees Peekaboo go backstage. And instead of trying to like come around the corner or something, she walks up on the actual stage to try to go behind the curtain. Like nobody's gonna see her She's on the stage, and all that. As soon as she gets on the stage, the spotlight shines on her, and she goes, "Oh, hey, I'm a performer. I'm just trying to get backstage because I'm a performer." And they hand her a mic, and she starts to sing into the mic. And at first, everybody's kind of, oh well, specifically Seahawk and my missus, they're like, "Oh no, this is bad." And then Perfumer, she's like cheering her on, like, "Go, go, let's go!" And she starts to sing. I mean, hey, she's not bad. She actually starts to sing pretty nice. But the only bad part was the lyrics. Nobody kind of notices it, but the lyrics were kind of bad. Not bad into where it didn't rhyme, but she was singing. These were some of the specific lyrics. She was saying, "I am a spy. I am a spy in disguise. You never catch me because I'm too nice." I'm like, she's basically telling everybody that she's a spy. I guess nobody notices because, well, you just thinking it's a song. It's just thinking it's a song, so it's whatever. But yeah, those were some of the actual lyrics, just telling everybody that she's an actual spy. That's not good. That's not good at all. Eventually, after she's done singing, everybody like cheers for her. She goes backstage and she talks to Prince Peekablue, and he says that he's busy. And obviously, Scorpion's like, "Well, we need your help to fight in the rebellion, to fight against Horde Prime, and to fight our friends." And she goes, I mean, I see. He goes, "Oh, your friends, Adore and Glimmer." Adore's like, I mean, Scorpia. She's like, "Yeah, wow, that foresight is amazing." He goes, I know. I can also see a giant woman shining, fighting off Horde Prime in space with a giant sword. And Scorpio's like, "Oh, like, wow." But then she's like, "Wait a second, Adore broke her sword." Huh? He goes, "Hey, foresight, it never lies. Anyway, if you excuse me, I need to get back in character." She goes, "Character? I think we met before." He starts to freak out a little bit. And Scorpio goes, "Oh, wait, we met at Perfumer's Apple Barn thingy." He goes, "Yeah, Perfumer. She's such a doll. Perfumer never met you. Who are you?" He tries to run away, and she stabs Peekablue with her tail, and it turns out Peekablue is actually double trouble. He's disguising herself as Prince Peekablue. And based on what she said later on, I was thinking like, well, I guess we'll get to it when we get to it. Well, I think it's actually, yeah, it's like right after this, so never mind. I was gonna say, so she wakes up and everybody else is backstage, and she says that she's not Prince Peekablue. Obviously, she just heard the rumor about him, and she goes, "Well, I need a new gig, so I guess I'll pretend to be this Prince Peekablue." And I'm like, well, based on how we know her powers work, she has to see somebody and then transform into them. She just can't transform into anybody or anything that she wants from her own design. So that person that she was pretending to be is an actual person somewhere who knows what they are, but she has to like see who that person is and then transform. So yeah, who knows who that really is? Anyway, she says that, and obviously Scorpio's like, "Are you kidding me?" So that means this whole mission was a big waste of time. The Purple's like, "Yeah, I may not have foresight, but I do have information." She was transformed as one of the clones to get closer to Horde Prime, but it wasn't really her style. But she does know some information. Number one, obviously Horde Prime is very mad that they took Catra away from him and busted up a lot of his robots and clones. Number two, because he knows where they're going, obviously Etheria, he has a barricade around the planet. So he's going to be ready for them by the time they get back to Etheria. They're not going to make it back. And they start freaking out like, "Oh no, we got to go tell, we got to figure out, we got to figure out how to get a message to tell them." And there was one funny scene to where she didn't want to tell them that information. Well, she did, but she wanted to tell them for a price. And, and Perfuma, she gets she makes like this thorn like fist thing, and she goes, "Okay, okay, I'll tell you." And she also says that half of the crowd out there they're already chipped, so they're like, "Oh no, that's pretty bad too." That's not good. And while she's saying that, Mister starts to walk up behind everybody. She wasn't standing with everybody at first, so that's kind of iffy. And I can't find it. Okay, no, I think here it is. But just in case it's gonna take too much time, I'll just pause the video. Okay, I'm back. I found a screenshot where she was like, "I'll tell you for a price." And then Perfuma makes that fist smell like thorns and flowers. Double Trouble goes, "Okay, okay, I'll tell you." You don't gotta hurt me. So she tells them all the information I just told you. Then we cut back over to It's not that much left in the episode. I keep the towel off. What was I say? Oh yeah, we cut back over to Natasha. After that, Natasha is talking to Spinnerella, asking her that she's mad at her. She goes, "Oh no, I'm not mad at you. I promise you, my beloved." I don't think Natasha catches on like, "Hey, she has never called me that before. Let me see your neck." Her eyes start to glow green. She starts to attack Natasha, and turns out just about everybody inside the rebellion camp has already been chipped. So everybody starts to surround Natasha. This isn't good. We cut back over to Seahawks group, and it turns out Mister C's also chipped too, and he starts to fight everybody, which isn't really good because he starts to crack all the windows inside this place. And well, her power is water, so she has plenty to work with right now. That's number one. Number two, for Double Trouble brings up, we're in a very fragile underwater bubble glass thing. How about we not fight each other here? Because if it breaks, we're done. We can't breathe. The water pressure. This is not. Let's not fight here. So they grab Double Trouble and you start to run out of there. And obviously Seahawk starts to like freak out. And when they run out from the backstage, everybody that's inside this place is chipped. I thought someone was gonna bring up. You said about half of the people. This is like everybody surrounding us. And they're like, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna get out of here? Double Trouble goes, bring me to the stage. And they're just looking at her. She goes, no, 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 really, really, bring me to the stage. I know how to get out of here. So they start to run over to the stage. Then we cut back over to Natasha's group. And that's a lot of cutting back and forth, huh? Well, not really. Actually, yeah, not really. So I'll keep it going. We got back over to Natasha's group, and it turns out the only people that not chipped is Swiftwind, Frosta. I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, is that her name? Frosta and Natasha. Everybody else is chipped. So that means even King Micah is chipped, and he starts to fight against Natasha. And Natasha makes like a barrier around Swiftwind and Frosta to block all of their attacks. And I'm like, that is pretty bad. I mean, Spinnerella is pretty bad to chip too, because well, her powers are pretty good, but King Micah, King Micah, that's not good at all. He's probably one of the most powerful sorcerers on Etheria right now. Honestly, I think he is because I don't think he holds. Yeah, I don't think Shadowy holds a candle. Probably Glimmer by the time she gets older, be better than him, but still, King Micah, I would have been like, you gotta be kidding me. That's the same feeling as when if you ever watch like Marvel Zombies and well remember that What If episode that Scarlet Witch was like bit? I was like, yo, how did you get bit? You're like, what? Are you kidding me? She's one of the most powerful sorcerers out there, and she's a zombie, and she can still use her magic. That's that same feeling. You gotta be kidding me. It's like they're on the bad side now. This is ridiculous. So we got back over the Seahawks group, and for some reason, I guess because Double Trouble's so dramatic, she makes Seahawk raise her hand up. And so she pulls a secret lever that brings out a secret elevator. And so her and Seahawk jump into the secret elevator. Perfuma and Scorpion were holding off everybody, plus Mamista. And but Scorpia tells her, oh, I forgot to say that. But anyway, I'll bring it up. So Scorpio tells Perfuma to get on the elevator, and so she does, and she's using her lightning to hold back all the random riffraff people on one side, or hold back Mephisto on the other side, and she tells them to leave, so hold everybody off. And obviously Perfuma's like, no, I'm not gonna leave you, you gotta come with us. And she wraps her vine around her waist and tries to pull her in. She goes, nah, I'm the muscle, remember? She said at the beginning of the episode, I forgot to mention that, but she goes, no, I'm the muscle. I have to do this. You guys get out of here and hurry up and stay safe. And she clips the vine. I was trying to figure out the word. She clips the vine and throws Perfuma back, and the elevator starts to go up. Then she just charges up a ton of lightning and shoots it all out in every direction and blows everybody back. And then we come back over to Natasha's group, and Natasha's making a barrier around her, like I said, but it's starting to get worn down because you got Spinnerella shooting her wind at it, and then King Micah shooting some fire at it. And I don't know why, but Rasta wasn't doing anything to help Natasha. I mean, I know she's making a barrier. She could have make like another barrier, or she could have shot ice at them. Something. I mean, I understand. Yeah, she is young. She's like younger than everybody here. She's a kid basically. But I thought is this the first time we saw her two eyes? I think so. But I just want to check. I think it's the first time we saw both her eyes. But she didn't do anything. But she probably is scared because, like I said, she's still a kid. So I mean, she hasn't been in a lot of fights, but she's still a kid. So she's holding back her barrier and she yells out, I'm sorry, and makes a barrier around them For some reason, Micah Spinnerella doesn't like hit the barrier that comes up around them. But hey, I guess it's whatever. It gives them time, so they jump on Swiftwind and get out of there. And then they're able to send a message. Perfuma is able to get a message to Adora's group. When they get the message, so obviously she tells them that everything is going bad. They checked just about everybody. We just lost some people. You guys can't come here. There's a barricade around the planet. You guys have to go. But then some people start to fight them, and the transmission cuts, and then it's just silence. All you hear, I mean, all you see is like everybody looking at the temp pad, just in like what? Like they're just shocked. Then it's the end of the episode. It's the credits. I mean, that was I was really happy. Like what? And then just cut away. Like, I was like, what are they supposed to say to that? Like they're just shocked. Number one, number two. I love this episode. It was just so cool. Like everybody's trying to be under in disguise with their suits on and everything. I really like this episode. And like I said, I watched up to that episode and I stopped for like a month or two. And then that random day when I was waiting to go to my friend's log cabin, I watched episode 8 all the way to the end. Well, actually, no, no, no. Like after a month, I watched 8 to 11, and then I waited a week, and then I watched 12 and 13 because I was kind of nervous to finish the show. I only had 2 episodes left, 12 and 13, and I was like, man, after this it's done because they were promoting that this is the final season. I was like, I really don't want to finish it because I'm gonna be sad, but I finished it. I had to finish it. I was just so nervous to finish it because I was nervous. But yeah. So that's the episode for you guys today. So like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you all later. Thank you all for watching. I think all of them have been wonderful human beings, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. All right.